and tied him to a bench with his standard extending leash imported from Germany. He smelled everything the park had to offer, and peed on everything the park had to offer, and whined to high heaven even at the full 27 feet of allowance that the leash had to offer, tangling himself around trees and fixed in place garbage cans, and around himself so tight that his paws began to change color through the fur. I untangled him, and then the whole scene escalated to his taking a dump up against a tree, followed by a macho tearing of the soil, till his hind legs were muddied beyond belief. I watched a PBS special on Allen Ginsberg last night. Ginsberg with his beard and button accordion and undying beat technique of performance. Every answer to every Dick Cavett question was a poem that didn't answer anything, and he was never nervous to read. I think you should always be nervous. Nervous is good. Ginsberg would never shut up about the whole gay thing, and my father wouldn't shut up about how he almost bought the Ginsberg farm somewhere around here, like Mine Hill or Mount Hope or Mount Fern or Mount Olive. Really, I wasn't paying any attention, that is, to my father or Ginsberg. Everything just seems so meaningless these days, and that I really don't know what the hell it is that I'm doing. I'm also very nervous these days, but then again, maybe nervous is good. Or again, maybe it's just that I don't know what the hell it is that I'm doing. Like last night, I took some French's mustard and ate it with an entire can of baked beans just to see what would happen. And oh, how it did happen, and happened, and happened, and happened. Look at me. I'm sitting here in a park with a tied-up dog, enjoying the fact that with my new contacts, even though they redden my eyes to suspicious levels, I can again wear stylish sunglasses. But then again, I'm wearing my deceased grandmother's purple sunglasses. Not stylish for even the 70s when they were born. I really don't think I know what the hell it is that I'm doing. And from the look my dog is giving me and the sunglasses, I don't think he does either. Look at him, he's all tangled up again and whining to high heaven. He's been reduced to limping about like Quasimodo, when he should be full of piss and vinegar and feeling his oats like that Actors Guild of dogs do in pedigree commercials.
Yeah, that's hot. 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 Yeah, that's hot.
But looking at these sunglasses, nobody could say that they aren't in good shape, especially after a quarter of a century. Much like my car, my 77 Mercury Monarch, my Pimp Daddy Ghetto Cruiser, my big Roadstar Orange Beast. These glasses have endured beautifully, and endurance is quite a virtue. I'm smoking Camel filters. Yesterday, I had to resort to Camel Lights because that's all the gas station had to offer. And the intake on them kept leading me to believe that each one was broken or something. But now it's back to the filters, and Camel filters really give what they got to give. So now I feel like as much of a man as a man in purple sunglasses can, but still a little nervous. And not much closer to knowing what the hell it is that I'm doing. one was filled to the brim with these grandiose phrases proclaiming her beauty, inside and out. I read through all of her letters to me, and each one was an apology for some separate incident, and they were full of promises that certain things would never happen again. Lies. Because certain things did happen again, and without them being lies, there would be no fuel for each following letter to be written. I read them over and asked myself, what the hell are you doing? Each time she comes to my door in apology, she says nothing, she just bites her nails. This time they were glazed in fluorescent yellow. She says nothing, and I go off on a quiet tirade, and her only rebuttal is a small handful of select sentences, the exact same ones each time.
Can't as hot as the scent. 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 Can't as hot as the scent.
And each time I'm delivering this little tirade, there's this little devil that appears on my shoulder. A little red devil with wings and horns and hooves and all. And he'll say things like, Peter, what the hell are you doing? And I'll be saying something like, but you lied to me again! And he'll interrupt, Peter, look at those hips. Look at the way your jeans lean on them, ever so slightly. And this whole time you were keeping this a secret, you had the audacity to say that I don't show I care enough. Peter, look at how she bites those nails. And my tirade swiftly tones down. And soon enough, we're rolling around on the floor. 4-sentence apology accepted.
Oh yes.
I remember one time I was sitting in the driver's seat of her car, anticipating one of those 4 sentences with a pounding heart, then listening to one of those 4 sentences being delivered.
Can't as hot. 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 Can't as hot.
I was pushing in on the corner of my eye at different speeds and pressures, playing with the optical illusions you can create with the streetlights, and thinking, I wish my hands were as hot as the center of the earth, so I could just put them through cold steel like the top of this car, or better yet, her. Then with a puff of smoke, my mini devil appeared. Peter, look at how she postures herself in that seat. And soon enough, we were driving off with smiles on our faces, and me in the passenger seat. Like a scene in a movie, I looked in the side view mirror through a closed window, and said to myself, here we go again. Then there was this little burst of white light just above my left shoulder, and a little angel appeared, feathered wings, harp, halo, and all. And he said,
What the hell are you doing?
And I looked at him and said, well, where the hell have you been? And then she smiled over at me and said, what? Quickly I said, oh, nothing. Then looked back at the angel, who was giving me a look of disinterest mixed with a cocky smile. I looked back in the mirror, admiring my latest shroud of doom. I look up through my eyes, then through my new contacts, then through my dead grandmother's purple sunglasses, then at my dog, whose paw is turning blue again right through the fur.
The center of the earth. The center of the earth. The center of the earth. The center of the earth.